All right, everyone, welcome back for the episode of Carnivore Trades. Today is Thursday, January 2nd, 2025. If you're not done so already, please give the video a thumbs up. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Putting out content every day. Sure you'll love it. 2 videos a day, in fact. And come find me on carnivoretrades.com for swing trading alerts, analysis, and live day trading. Stay tuned. I'll have some news for you early next week. New course revisions going on sale, and we're going to be doing a sale there too. But I did a ton of updating, and I'll have that probably next Monday. So stay tuned for that. Anyways, let's get into it here today. So again, I'm doing the video a little early. As we are doing our live members stream at 4 p.m. And pretty eventful day for the most part. So pretty good gap up starting off the year. You can see the YM there. We'll definitely get into that in a second. You can see the futures here. I mean, oh, man. You know, I don't like to trade Globex, but if I was trading Globex last night, I totally would have picked up this liquidity grab. It was a nice day trading zone. I just don't, 8:30 at night, I'm not really going to, it's too thin volume, right, for me to take that. But beautiful squeeze here off the lows, and then a slight higher high, but we never really confirmed above this big level that I've been talking about. And again, kind of right in that SPY, like 591.50, 592 area. If you're following the cash, 59.35 to 40. There is some interest at 59.50 as well. But big level here, and right around 58.70, I talked about that level like 2 Sundays ago as being a big pivot point. And you can see it there. I mean, this is where we are at that same overnight level. And that is getting tested or back tested right now. And for SPY, it's right around 585. You can see our Gamma boys are sitting right there. My guess is they'll close it at 584.99 just to leave it up in the air for everybody and make it as difficult as possible. The reason why that would be as difficult as possible is because it's just a big level, and above below it does dictate more control. Obviously, bear is in control here in the near term, and they have been ever since that big breakdown rejection, and then we're just kind of coming back down now. But we could see some more bull control. We could see a squeeze here above that level, and really more bull control, like bulls would regain some actual control, back above this box here. Where would we go if that happens, right back up to this trend line here? So we'd be looking at, probably around 6K SPX. There would be a level to get through at 59.50, but I think you could see a serious squeeze if that holds. Now, right now, downside here, I'm still going to say, to me, is I just don't see there being that much here before a good sized tradable bounce. Probably one kind of similar to this one, maybe smaller, maybe bigger, but just a couple of things here. 4-hour 200 coming into play. 100 MA, not that far off. Typically, this is a big bellwether of a good bull market, is that 100 MA holding. And I just see, I mean, look at all the work the bears are having to do here to get us into this 585, 58.70, 585 area. 4-hour, you're getting that slight RSI divergence there on the 4-hour with the double bottom setup. And we've seen these kind of these setups before with that big dip, the steep retrace dip, steep retrace, and the kind of that outside move. Right now, though, bears really, they're in control, but if they don't break us down here, it's kind of like a kind of a bit of a red flag. Like, you have everything on a silver platter. You're getting everything you want with very little pushback. So they should be able to break this here. Now, watching that head and shoulder, obviously it's in play, and I think that's another reason why I just don't think, just where we're set up, I think the best thing for bears here, honestly, would be a retrace here, a lower high, and then into that. I just think if we gap down tomorrow, I think that's going to get bought. And that's another thing. We continue gapping higher, and I didn't mean to go there, but we continue gapping higher and fading. We're not seeing that flush out. But I think if we get a good gap down, this will fail, and it'll go back the other way, kind of hit both sides there. That's kind of where I'm at. Another thing too. So there's the YM. Big trend line coming into play. Could it get spiked? Yeah. Could we try to test the 200? Sure. But, that could be in a few hours, and then we could rally back. I just think that we're kind of into this zone here. where I think this market gets supported. So levels here, 580, some dealer support there, around 577 too. And that kind of is close to that gap area. I know a lot of people are staring at that gap, probably won't fill it on the first try because usually that's kind of how it works. But those are some short-term levels there. Now, if that breaks, then yeah, you're going down to like 572, 573. That should be 57.25. But you know, if bulls can reclaim this level here, again, I'm not doing this. I'm doing this in real time. We've got 40 minutes left. We will squeeze up pretty hard though, like probably for 100 points easily, maybe 150. So we'll see what we get. NQ, again, kind of that double bottom look. Looks like it's not going to get that. Well, I guess you kind of have a hidden bull divergence there. But 4 hour, again, same kind of look. Double bottom with the higher low RSI. So, again, I just think bears overstaying their welcome a little bit. I think if they try to push us down tomorrow, if I was bearish, I would be covering into that hole. So that's where I'm at here. I'm not here. I know you guys love to. I appreciate the comments, but I know everybody's going to come in, and some people are going to say I'm bullish, some people are going to say I'm bearish. I'm just giving you the levels here in the near term where I think we could go, and it remains to be seen really after that. So I think let me go back to, let's go to ES. I'm going to use ES because that's what I really caught that level off of last week. This really about this trend line to me. Yeah, like 60-60. If we break above 60-60, we're going to new all-time highs, right? On any sort of squeeze. This is that big area, right? This is the big level. You know, if we can extend this out, that's where this whole thing kind of took place, right? So there's your opportunity for bears to say, no, we are in control. This isn't just a consolidation period. We're in control. But if bulls can break above that, or if they can, you know, come in and put in a higher low here, then it can just become a tightening range. We can go through it. So that's where this is kind of like that. These are the macro levels here we're looking at. Right now we're getting into the nitty gritty, and you're starting to see the market try to squeeze up a little bit here. 584.38, so close to 585. Well, it's be interesting to see that close. We'll be going over it with members later for sure. But again, bears, why can't you? You got everything right here. You should be able to break this down now. No excuse. Now, I'll make another little bull case here. SMH is green. Has been green all day. Has not gone red. Well, it went red for about 2 seconds. Another part of the bull case. IWM is the strongest index, and that's about to go green as well. Earlier this morning, breadth here was 90% up, except for Tesla and Apple. That was getting dragged down. By the way, Apple might be some dealer interest at 245 and 250 for tomorrow. We'll have to see how that plays out. Tesla, I think, is interesting. I know people are going to ask about Tesla. Tesla holds here. It's actually pretty okay to 400. I really like it. I'll just give this away here. I really like it at 350 to 360 if it jumps down tomorrow. Like a lot. So freebie there if it even gets there. And how's the MSTR? It's holding up. It's up today. And okay, so here's the other bull case while we're talking about MSTR. What the heck? Get over here. Oh, there's credit spreads. Okay. Bitcoin, yeah. Sorry, I got off track there for a second. Bitcoin up 3.5, ETH up 3.5. It's the biggest risk-off day ever, right? Why is Fartcoin making new all-time highs? 42%. Pepe 5.5. Doge 5%. Typically, if it's risk-off, these should be topped out. These should have topped out a month ago, and spiders should be just rolling over like they are now. So I don't know. I don't know if I see that money coming out here. So just a little thought there. But right now, bears control, but we can squeeze above this area. So I'm saying a lot there. Anyway, triple Q's 505, bear break. No follow through, trying to hold on to that 50 MA. 505 is a big level there, and 510, of course. Russell 2000, same level, 225. It's holding up right now. It's the strongest index. Dow 420 if it gets there. And there's the YM trend line as well. Now, again, if this we got to adjust. You got to go with the market. If this breaks up, and does this, Well, then I'm going to just take this trend line and you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to go, okay, there, it went to it, right? So fix that because I probably screwed it up there. But yeah, just continue to go with the market. SMH up 1%. You guys know how I feel about the semis. This is up 1% in the biggest risk-off day ever, right? Honestly, Spider's not even down that much now. IGV, still just flirting with that head and shoulder there. And kind of same kind of deal there. If that plays out, though, I love it at $90. Transports, they were strong earlier, but came in. Again, try and put in a third higher low. Not the greatest chart, though. Interest rates. Boy, the TLT guys just can't catch a break, can they? Telling you guys, the long end is strong. And there it is. Holding up well. Basically flat on the day here. Whoops. Basically flat on the day, but twos were down earlier. They came up. You have an inside bar here on the two, too. The 2-year yield 2. Yeah, if it breaks bull, it's not good. But rates feel kind of like an afterthought here today. XHB, again, was strong earlier, came in. Trying to come off the lows now like everything else. VNQ coming off the lows, everything else not that strong, though. XLF holding up, though. XLF down just 4 cents. And that may close green if we pop up here in that last half hour. KRE was also strong earlier on. This is still on the end of that trend line, and it did back off, obviously, by midday. It's trying to come back here as well. BE, a little bit softer, I think. And then broker-dealers here, up 1.3. They've been strong really all day. Another sector that's been really strong all day, I want to show this real quick, too. Probably going to be a long video today, but that's cool. A biotech, XBI. Take a look at this, guys. I don't care. I'm just going to show you. Compare with the NDX. Look at that. Positive correlation. Boom. Outside move. Never went red all day. So XBI, really strong here. I told you guys about January effect stuff. This might be one. Take a look at solar. 5% gain on TAN. Telling you guys, watch these tax loss, areas. Let's look at energy. You guys know I like that. Up 1.1. Been strong all day. XOP gapping above the 20 MA. I said if this opens here, it's going to be a pullback, but we just gapped through it. So strong. OIH also holding up nicely, up 1.8 into the 20 MA. That may stall out tomorrow. CCJ only up 1%, but take a look at URNM, up 7. NJ, this is up over 10, I think. Yep, 12%. I think some money just was waiting to go to work. So I talked about this last week. Said, watch, there's going to be money that can't go to work right now, and it's going to go to work the second the bell rings on Thursday. So these are the sectors here. These tax loss sectors, these beaten down areas. Biotech, green, some of these other areas. But anyway, before I forget what I'm doing and get sidetracked, oil here, nice strong day, up 2%. Finally broke out of that range. So let's see if we can hold the 200 moving average. This has been an EKG for a while, though. 74, 74, 50, 75 area is resistance for now. We already talked about XLE because I did things out of order. I'm just going to screw me all up. Dollar index really strong. This is finally into that 109.40, 109.50 area. 109.53 was the high of the day. There's a big shelf right here. And look at the 6182. We're right into that. So we'll see if this backs off. I don't think this is hurting or affecting stocks all that much, believe it or not. I mean, like, the dollar's up 1.3 and the market's down like 20 basis points. IWM is green. IWM is going green as we speak. So I don't think that this correlation is really that big a deal right now. I do think that if it backs off and slows down, the market will like that. If it keeps spiking, that's when the market doesn't like it. It doesn't like quick changes in dollar or treasury yields, no matter the direction. So I think stability would be good for the market. Another reason why the dollar going up doesn't necessarily hurt stocks is because foreign money will just pour into the NASDAQ when this happens. And that's kind of what's been happening. Gold. Really strong. Really strong. Up 1.25. Very good move with yields and the dollar up. Been talking about this a lot lately. Silver, nice pop there as well. Somebody mentioned falling wedge on this the other night. Yeah, could be. I prefer to see it tighten up a little bit, but it's possible. And CCJ as well, I think, too. Yeah, kind of a little bit smaller there. But, yeah, it's definitely there. You can kind of see it on platinum, too, although it kind of, like, failed and overshot, then came back up. But palladium has it as well. So keep an eye on those. Copper, look at this. See, this thing. You knew it was going to be stupid, didn't you? Like, I mean, come on. Like, it hits, breaks, no follow through. So we'll see if bulls bring it back above 410. If they do, you know, it could squeeze up. But you've had lower highs here for a while. So we'll see. Bitcoin we talked about. But I'll just bring up the levels. Yeah, so if we can reclaim the moving averages, that's positive, obviously. 100K, you know, it'd be interesting if we got to 100K. And by the way, Bitcoin, this is not pulled back all day. So still acting well, but it'd be interesting to see what 100K lines up with if the market does get a relief bounce. Like, does that line up with 59.50 or something? Does that line up with 6K? So just something else I'm watching for. And look at these. I knew they're going to close it right on this thing. I know they are. So we'll see. We got 30 minutes left. It does look like 585 is a pin. That should still be the case. Yeah, I don't see that really changing. So we'll just go with it there. But yeah, above this area here, at really any point, the spiders can squeeze. If they do try to take us down, I think it doesn't last too long. The reason I give these VIX levels out too is because I don't just make them up, but they're real. But yeah, 19 to 20, I think is pretty much it for the VIX for now. You're just seeing it's 1950 and it's backed off. So I don't think that any downside here would last that much in the near term. And then we can kind of reset from there. But anyways, guys, I'll wrap it up here again. You guys take care. Don't forget to come find me on CarnivoreTrades.com. I'll see you guys all tomorrow.